welcome back to my channel, everyone. I hope everyone is having a great day. Please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up before you start watching it. WWE returned to the live circuit with a house show in Corpus Christi, Texas on July 19th. There were famous wrestlers from Raw and SmackDown at the event. The first bout of the event was a women's tag team match between Rhea Ripley and Io Sky versus Nia Jax and Naomi. Mommy and the Genius of the Sky won. But the best part of the match was when they broke the internet by giving Nia Jax stinkfists. Next up, Light continued his feud with Seth Rollins' group as he took on Bronson Reed in a singles bout. Even if Braun Breaker was on Reed's corner, the megastar was able to win. Charlotte Flair won again over Raul Rodriguez in another part of the event. The Wyatt Six also beat the Union of Fraction and the Motor City Machine Guns. The first and only title match of the night had Gunther in action. The ring general was able to keep his World Heavyweight Championship against Penta. The title bout was followed by a one-on-one match between Bayley and Lyra Valkyria, where the latter once again managed to get the better of the role model, Shimmy USO. Meanwhile, got a victory over Carmelo Hayes in a street fight. The main event of the night included some top names in action. Cody Rhodes teamed up with Randy Orton and Jacob Fatu to defeat WWE United States Champion Solo Sikoa, JC Matteo, and Tom Dole. Here are the complete WWE live event results from Corpus Christi, Texas. Courtesy of LocksResults.com, Cologne. WWE produced an exciting night of action at the American Bank Center in Corpus Christi, Texas on July 19th as part of its summer live event tour, and the sold-out crowd witnessed amazing events that sent shockwaves across the wrestling world, from surprise finishes and shocking losses to a spectacular stinkfist delivered by none other than Rhea Ripley. The event had it all. Fans in attendance were delighted to the presence of Tapudi superstars, several current champions, and a combination of Raw and SmackDown talent that made this house show feel like a premium live event. The night's biggest highlight, however, came in the form of humiliation as a Major Dillard name was handed a rare and uncomfortable opportunity courtesy of the Eradicator herself. Rhea Ripley, who has been largely absent from television due to injury, made a stunning appearance that left fans roaring, not only because of her presence, but because of what she did next. In a moment that will certainly go viral across social media, Ripley delivered the crushing stinkfist to Dominik Mysterio during a mixed tag bout that also featured Liv Morgan and Ricochet. The moment was surprising, intense, and funny, especially considering the past chemistry and romantic tension that WWE had projected for almost a year between Ripley and Mysterio. With Ripley still officially out of in-ring combat, this represented her first physical interaction in a WWE ring in months and prompted rumors about her imminent return to action. While Ripley did not engage in a full match, her involvement was substantial. After Dominik had abandoned his teammate mid-match and attempted to escape the ring, Ripley's music hit to a tremendous ovation. The lights darkened, the crowd rose to their feet, as the horror slowly strolled down the ramp wearing her characteristic black leather attire. Dominik stood stunned in shock. Ripley approached the ring, seized Dominik by the collar, and with the crowd egging her on, dragged him to the turnbuckle. What followed was a legendary stinkfist that drove the crowd into a frenzy and left Dominik tripping and gagging in the corner. The spot was both humorous and fulfilling for fans who had grown tired of Dominik's repeated pranks and betrayals. Many in the crowd screamed, "You deserve it," as Ripley grinned and raised her hands in triumph. Online reaction was equally swift, with the clips circulating swiftly and fans believing that Ripley is being reinserted into ongoing storylines ahead of SummerSlam. Beyond Ripley's famous return moment, the Corpus Christi event was packed with quality bouts, including one where a current champion suddenly suffered a clean loss in singles action. United States champion Logan Paul, who has been mainly protected during his run with the championship, was pinned by Lon Knight in what many are calling the match of the night. Logan, who entered to a chorus of boos, played up the heel role with arrogance and taunts, but Knight's momentum was too strong to be stopped. After a heated back and forth with many minor falls, Knight nailed his trademark BFT to score the victory and send the spectators home pleased. It should be noted that Logan Paul's title was not on the line, so the defeat won't affect his championship reign officially, but it is still a huge narrative development. The fact that a high-profile talent like Logan suffered a clean pinfall loss on a live event could be WWE's method of testing the waters for a potential feud heading into SummerSlam or Payback. Kane on his part was all smiles after the match and addressed the fans, cutting a passionate promo that culminated with his typical Yet chat booming around the arena. Meanwhile, Gunther, famed for his virtually invincible streak on TV, participated in a hard-hitting singles match against Chad Gable. While the Intercontinental Championship was not at stake, the battle carried the kind of intensity and technical brilliance that fans have come to expect from both men. Gable gave it everything he had, including multiple suplexes and a moonsault that nearly secured the win. But in the end, It was Gunther's devastating chop Laura powerbomb combo that sealed the victory. The ring general appeared as dominant as ever and had a mixed reception, with many fans appreciating his work despite his heel position. Elsewhere on the card, Women's World Champion Liv Morgan partnered with Ricochet to take on Dominik Mysterio and Zelina Vega in a mixed tag battle that led directly to Ripley's arrival. Morgan was in fantastic form, exhibiting her new aggressive demeanor and playing to the crowd with confidence. She'd ultimately secured the victory by pinning Vega with her Oblivion finisher. But the true highlight was Rip's surprising comeback during the aftermath. Another crowd pleaser was the tag team match featuring the Street Profits versus Pretty Deadly. Montez Ford and Angelo Dawkins displayed their customary mix of high-flying attack and charisma, ultimately beating the cocky British team in a bout loaded with comedy, swift tags, and athleticism. The spectators were particularly vocal for Ford's top rope frog splash, which received a resounding pop. Elsewhere, Tiffany Stratton squared off against Michin in a strong women's division showcase. Stratton, who has been on a meteoric ascent, looked powerful in win and hinted a possible future title opportunity by taunting Liv Morgan on her way up the ramp. She even made a subtle move that implied a championship belt around her waist, which did not go missed by admirers. In a rare surprise, WWE also featured a battle royal to determine the next challenger for the United States Championship on live events, featuring names like Bronson Reed, Kofi Kingston, Ludwig Kaiser, and Caro. The match ended in chaos when Reed eliminated both Caro and Kaiser simultaneously, securing the win and potentially setting up a future clash with Logan Paul. WWE announcers did not confirm whether the match would have implications on broadcast, but many believe this might translate into a match for Payback or an upcoming Raw. A unique moment came earlier in the night when WWE praised Corpus Christi as one of the most enthusiastic markets throughout the summer tour. Triple H appeared via a pre-taped statement on the screen, thanking fans for their support and hinting that Corpus Christi could be in line for a future broadcast event, possibly even a Raw or a special edition of SmackDown. The live crowd responded with cheers and several "We Want Raw" chants broke out during intermission. Fan reaction throughout the entire night was overwhelmingly favorable, with many complimenting WWESC's commitment to presenting high-level shows even off-air. Rhea Ripley's involvement, Logan Paul's rare loss, Gunther's dominance, and Law Knight's continued ascension were the top talking points, and fans exited the arena buzzing with excitement. Many took to social media to share footage and reactions, particularly of the Stinkfist moment that has already amassed millions of views. As for what this means moving ahead, Ripley's return in any physical capacity indicates that WWE is prepping her for an upcoming comeback. Whether she targets Liv Morgan directly or goes after Dominik for his betrayals remains to be seen. But one thing is clear: the Nightmare is back in the shadows, waiting for the perfect moment to strike. With SummerSlam quickly approaching, WWE will need its top players in peak condition and plot alignment, and Ripley's sudden return is the kind of spark that might send fire to the women's division once more. Gunther's victory, though expected, continues his narrative as the most dominant intercontinental champion of the modern era. His momentum remains untouchable, and with fresh opponents like Sheamus, Drew McIntyre, or possibly a returning Shinsuke Nakamura on the horizon, the path to his next title defense will be eagerly scrutinized. For Logan Paul, the loss may serve as a minor blemish on an otherwise protected run, but if anything, it provides WWE with storytelling ammunition.